What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming stimulus/infrastructure packages, as well as what's going on in the world today. First, let me ask you a question. How do you think the border crisis or the border situation of the American-Mexican border and the immigrants that are coming in, how do you think that is going right now? Do you think it is going better for President Biden? Do you think they're starting to get it under control, or do you think it's completely out of control? Well, Republicans are growing increasingly upset over the situation called the border crisis. Republicans are growing more and more upset over several different things that President Biden did. Number one, when he took office in January, he halted the border construction or the border wall construction and basically stopped it. And well, a lot of Republican congressmen are saying this is actually illegal. As you can see here, congressional Republicans argue that President Biden's actions were illegal, given that Congress appropriated $1.4 billion for the wall in December and have led to this year's surge in border crossings. Technically, a president can't divert money that was appropriated and passed by Congress. As you know, the way laws are made is Congress has to pass it in both the House and the Senate. Then it goes to the president, and President Biden essentially halted the border wall construction that was passed from a previous bill and went through Congress, the House and the Senate, as part of one of the previous stimulus packages. President Biden just kind of halted that. Republican Representative Jason Smith says, quote, "The president's decision to withhold funding on the border wall, along with the other actions his administration has taken, have fueled a national security and humanitarian crisis at the southern border. The number of migrants apprehended crossing the border reached a 15-year high of 170,000 illegal immigrants caught crossing the border in March alone, fueled by an uptick in minors making the journey. In addition to the border implications, Republican appropriators argue that the freeze interfered with Congress's constitutionally mandated power of the purse by not implementing funding that was approved by lawmakers." Republican House Appropriations Committees wrote a letter Thursday to Vice President Kamala Harris saying border wall construction funds were appropriated by Congress as a result of the bipartisan bicameral negotiations and should be spent as provided in the law. Then on Friday, the Biden administration announced a new proclamation that is making Republicans and even some Democrats even furthermore mad. The White House said it would cancel border wall projects that had been funded through the Defense Department and just completely cancel them and return the funds to the military construction projects from which they were pulled during the Trump administration. A White House official defended the president's actions on Friday by saying, "Border wall construction under the previous administration tied up more than $14 billion in taxpayer funds and shortchanged our military and diverted attention away from genuine security challenges like human traffickers." So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Do you think they should be halting the border wall, or do you think they should be finishing it with the money that was already appropriated by Congress? Again, I try to see things from not a Republican, not a Democratic standpoint, simply down the middle. I'm not sure how President Biden is actually pausing the border wall construction and basically taking away the money that was already passed by Congress through one of the last stimulus packages. I'm not sure how he's getting away with it, but on the other hand, who's going to stop him, right? He's the president and the White House, and the Democrats are in charge, so it's a really kind of sticky situation, and we'll have to see what happens going forward. There's several different things you need to know regarding stimulus checks, stimulus provisions, unemployment provisions, child tax credits, adult tax credits that you probably need to know before tax day. Here's a couple things that you might need to know, and we'll go over them right now. Number one is stimulus checks. If you haven't received your first or second stimulus check, you can claim that by filing a 2020 tax return and on line 30, putting the amount owed to you from the US government. Okay. The government is also apparently automatically sending out some plus up stimulus checks. If you have recently filed a tax return and the IRS has realized that they owe you additional money, maybe you had a new baby in the family. Congratulations if you did. Or maybe they owe you money from a previous stimulus check. You didn't receive it. You didn't claim it. Or any other. There's a couple different circumstances that could be in there. For the third stimulus check, if you're missing your third stimulus check, first of all, go to the IRS Get My Payment tool, see if there's any new information for you on that, and see if they have any information regarding your check. Also, think about if it may have been sent to an old address, if you've moved recently. Think about if it may have been direct deposited to a bank account that you maybe no longer have, or if it had been closed. Next up is you can actually file a trace by calling the IRS if you haven't received your third stimulus check yet. According to the government, you can request a payment trace by calling the IRS at 1-800-919-9835. You can either use the automated system or speak with an agent. Next up is unemployment benefits. So normally unemployment benefits or bonuses, money from the state, is considered taxable income because it's a replacement of the income you had from the previous job. So it is considered income. However, the third stimulus check package has a brand new provision in there that they passed literally the day of. They added it in there the day they passed the third stimulus check package. And that will provide you basically with extra stimulus money because the first $10,200 of unemployment income for the year 2020, and it's actually retroactive, will become tax-free. If you've already filed a tax return, the IRS says they're going to start these payments basically because it lowers your taxable income by up to $10,200, or if you had less than that, say you earned $8,000 in unemployment benefits, then you would reduce your taxable income by $8,000. And for the average person, this means you'll be getting an extra $1,000 refund or an extra $1,000 stimulus check. This provision was passed by the third stimulus check package. So the IRS says that if you filed your tax return before that provision went into law by the third stimulus check package, that the IRS is going to automatically amend your return to give you the refund on that. And they're going to do that starting now, starting in May. So I'll keep you up to date on when I hear about payments. Let me know if you received your unemployment bonus money from this. Now, the other way you could have did it is if you haven't filed your tax return yet, then you don't have to wait for the IRS to amend it. You can simply, like if you use TurboTax has a new provision in there now where they'll basically just claim it right out the get-go. So again, if you haven't filed yet, then you can claim it when you file your tax return. In the fourth stimulus check package, it's very likely, or I shouldn't say it's very likely, it's one of the options on the block, either in this package or even the next stimulus package, as yes, the Democrats are already talking about another stimulus package after they pass this infrastructure and stimulus package. And they could include a $10,200 unemployment tax benefit for this year as well in one of the upcoming stimulus packages. That's one of the things that is on the block and could be passed in this package or even the next. Next up are two different tax credits, the adult tax credit and the child tax credit. When you hear child or when you hear tax credit, just think of it as refund money or even possibly stimulus money. These stimulus checks are technically categorized as an advanced refundable tax credit. Stimulus checks are actually tax credits and they're advanced to you. They give them to you immediately as soon as they pass. They don't make you wait to file it on a tax return. You only have to file it on a tax return or claim it on a tax return if you don't end up receiving it. Then you can claim it on a tax return. But a stimulus check is actually an advanced refundable tax credit. Well, the COVID-19 package that former President Donald Trump signed in to law in late December includes a provision that allows taxpayers to use their 2019 income instead of their 2020 income when determining their amounts for the earned income tax credits, the adult tax credit, and the child tax credits. Two credits that are very important to low and middle income families. The provision is aimed at helping to ensure that people don't receive a smaller credit amounts on their 2020 tax return because their income fell as a result of the pandemic. Remember, there's an adult income tax credit. I have a link for you down below in the description of this video that you can watch next. If you haven't watched that yet, you can receive actually up to $6,600 in a tax credit or refund or stimulus check, or however you want to look at it. You can receive up to $6,600 for adults without children. And then there's the child tax credit where you can receive up to $3,000 to $3,600 from the brand new law that was passed for the third stimulus check package. Previously, for the year 2020 and before, former President Donald Trump increased the child tax credit from $1,000 to $2,000. So for your 2020 tax return, you can claim up to $2,000 child tax credits per children. That is in effect for year 2020 and 2019. That was passed into law in 2017 with the Trump tax cuts. Now it's increased to $3,000 for children over the age of 6 and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. And the Democrats are looking to extend that to at least the year 2025, possibly in this next stimulus package, the American Families Plan. The other thing that the Democrats are pushing, well, there's multiple different things the Democrats are pushing to have included in this next stimulus package, but probably the biggest item is the fourth stimulus check. That's not the tax credits or the child tax credits, but simply a just fourth stimulus check. President Biden has recently said in his speech to America that stimulus payments are making a big difference. And he went on and talked for several minutes about how great stimulus checks are and how much they helped out the American people. As you can see here, calls are mounting for another stimulus check as the president touts the most recent one. We have two different bills calling for monthly stimulus checks. This bill from the Senate that is for $2,000 a month that would go until the pandemic is declared over. So think at least 6 months of payments or $12,000. And the other bill from the U.S. House of Representatives, which is for a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments. Think that would go until 12 months after the pandemic is declared over. So think 18 different monthly payments at the bare minimum under this package. The majority of Democrats that have spoken out regarding another stimulus check are in favor of it. In fact, I can't think of anybody that has said yet that they are not in favor of a fourth stimulus check that comes from the Democratic side. And remember, the Democrats are probably going to pass this next stimulus package the same way they passed the third stimulus check package, with the reconciliation card, and that means that they can pass the bill in the House and the Senate without any Republican support at all. And that is exactly how they passed the third stimulus check as well, which we know the Democrats basically just negotiated that amongst themselves, and they made that the largest stimulus check yet to date of $1,400 for adults, $1,400 for children, which was more than double what we had seen previously for children. The first stimulus check was $500 for children. The second one was $600. This one was $1,400 per child, and they include $1,400 for adult dependents and college student dependents this time around as well. So by three different measures, at least, this was the largest stimulus check yet to date. And Democrats are now calling for a fourth stimulus check to be even larger and to be included in monthly stimulus checks that will go until at least the pandemic is over, saying that this will not only help Americans come out of the hole, come out of the recession, come out of the pandemic, the economic portion of it at least, but it would also help out the American economy and small businesses, as people would actually have money to come out and go and spend on businesses, and would probably make our economy go wild and give it a huge vitamin B shot in the arm. As can you imagine monthly recurring stimulus checks, how much it would help not just Americans, of course, we know it will help Americans, but think about how much it would help businesses and small businesses and our economy get back to track. I think that we actually have a new recent letter from over 150 different economists that'll go over here in an upcoming episode that says that new recurring stimulus checks will really help out because it will bring our economy back up. And right now, the economy is slowly going up. And from the 2008 2009 recession, it took over 4 years for the unemployment rate to get back to normal. And that was without a virus or without a pandemic. It was just the economic portion of the recession or the depression. So we still need a lot of help. We're actually at an all-time high of cases right now worldwide. We're approaching almost 1 million positive cases worldwide. India is just literally overrun with cases. Their ICU and their hospitals are literally over capacity, and we're starting to see new surges across the world. And honestly, we know that the United States is not immune to this. And stimulus checks will not only help out Americans, but it will also help out with our economic recovery as we still continue to battle the actual virus itself. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a good video for you guys tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, so don't miss that episode, which will be in just a few hours tonight. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA platform. I've had dozens of students that have already replaced their 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon FBA. Me and my wife sell products on Amazon, and we also teach people how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.